You took the perfect short, the right regime, the right level, textbook entry. The market still ripped straight through your stop like you weren't even there. Here's the part that stings. You weren't wrong about the direction. You were wrong about one variable nobody ever told you to watch. There are two invisible lines on every chart, not support, not resistance. The desks that move size build their entire day around them, and most traders have never even heard their names. One decides whether a move expands or contracts, the other decides which way the pressure leans. Miss them and the cleanest setups of your week become a stop out. Read them and the session stops looking random. In the next 6 minutes, I'm going to show you both the Gamma flip and the Vanna flip and exactly how the machine underneath them works. Stick to the end because the perfect short that stopped you out, I'll show you precisely what happened to it. Let's start here, because this is the thing retail never gets told. Dealers, the market makers behind all this options flow, don't bet on direction. They hedge. When their position drifts, they're mechanically forced to buy or sell to stay neutral. That forced flow is the whole game. We read it through three lenses. First up is gamma, the size of the hedging. Does it amplify the move or does it absorb them? Number two is Vanna, the lean, how a shift in volatility tilts that hedge one way or the other. And number three is via the session, whether there's enough volume for any of it to actually land. Put them together and you have the gamma, the Vanna, and the session that work in tandem, and that is the wind at your back. Let's take them one at a time. Line 1, the gamma flip. Below it, dealers are short gamma. To stay hedged, they have to buy strength and sell weakness. They chase. Every move gets amplified. That's the expansion regime. Trends, breakouts, momentum. Above it, they're long gamma. Now they sell strength and buy weakness. They absorb. Moves get capped and dragged back to the middle. That's compression. Fades, chop, and mean reversion. Same chart, same price, but which side of that one line you're on flips the entire playbook. This is why your perfect short can get run over. But hold that thought, because gamma only tells you how price reacts to the change in delta. That's the magnitude of the move. It says nothing about what happens when volatility moves, and that's a whole second engine. Line 2, the Vanna flip. Vanna is how a dealer's delta shifts when implied volatility shifts. When vol moves, their hedge drifts, and they have to re-hedge. That's a second forced flow on a totally different trigger. The Vanna flip is the line where the direction of that vol-driven hedging flips signs. Same vol move, one side it pushes them to buy, cross the line and it pushes them to sell. So while gamma reacts to delta, Vanna reacts to the vol. Two engines, two lines. Now comes the part we actually read the session off of, the Gamma Vanna cross. When the two lines agree, gamma says expansion lower, Vanna leans lower. You get a clean, one-way wind, everything's pushing the same direction. When they disagree, gamma pulling one way, Vanna leaning the other, that tension is where the sharpest, least obvious moves are born. One line gives you the regime, the other tells you how that regime is most likely to resolve. That's the whole model. Gamma sets the regime, Vanna sets the lean. It's not a prediction, it's a pressures map. There's one catch, and it's the one people blow up on. The machine only runs clean when there's flow. Volume is the amplifier. Thin tape overnight, Globex, sleepy summer mornings, and the same structure can do the opposite of the textbook. No liquidity to hedge against, so you get violent little squeezes that go nowhere and fail. The structure's still there, it just can't resolve until the real volume shows up. So the full read is gamma, Vanna, and session, direction, lean, and whether the tape can actually deliver it. So that perfect short, where do you think you were? Be honest. Most traders blame the gamma flip, wrong side got squeezed, but your gamma read was fine. You were below it, short gammas expanding. Selling that breakdown was textbook. Dealers were selling weakness right alongside you. The line you didn't check was Vanna. You were below the Vanna flip too. Negative Vanna, so the instant the flush spiked volatility, dealers didn't pile in with you. Negative Vanna forced them to buy hard straight into your stop. Gamma said go, Vanna was the squeeze. That's the second line nobody told you to watch. Let's lock in the model. Gamma flip, the regime line. Expansion below, compression above. The Vanna flip, the lean line. Which way the vol hedges tilt. Read them together. One line can quietly cancel the other, and none of it carries without volume. Structure gives you the environment, not the entry. Wait for the flow that confirms what both lines are telling you. Subscribe so the next video finds you. It's free, you can change your mind anytime. And tell me in the comments which mechanism to break down next.